I've been reading and watching a lot of motivational things, and a lot of what they talk about is just starting, even if it's sloppy. So, welcome to seeing my sloppiness. I apologize. And I'm here to learn and trying to build something wonderful to share with the world. My name is Bobby, and I have two children. Almost 3 years ago, this November, I had Chiari malformation brain surgery. That was a really rough experience. Anyone who has had the unfortunate opportunity to have a brain surgery, my heart and prayers go out to you. And just generally anybody who is facing some health struggle, I do my best to include you in my prayers. And I'm hoping that having something to watch, that I will provide something inspiring for you. That's a big part of my motivator for doing this, is to continue to contribute to the world in the ways that I can. And one of the ways that I can do is to craft soap in between the pains that I have and I'm dealing with. More to come on that if you want to hear about it. If not, great, I get that too. I have big dreams to compete with the bigwigs, so we'll see what happens. This is something that I'm very serious about, and goals are to be able to share my journey to bring joy to the world, to inspire someone else, even if it's just one person who is suffering, sitting there on the couch right now thinking, gosh, I don't think I can do one more day. This is for you. You can do one more day. God has saved you for a reason, and you can do this. You were built for it. You were reserved for it. This first video, I guess I'm going to try and just show you, I am boxing up some, so I'm at the end of my release. I released about 2 weeks ago, and at the end of my release, I still have several Halloween soaps available. And normally I bring them to the Alzheimer's Association, and also there's an organization over here that does like a daycare for seniors where they do senior bingo. So I think that that's a worthwhile thing and a fun little prize that they can take home. However, I just wanted to try something a little bit different this season because it does make me sad, because I am so passionate about the things that I am making in the soap studio. It brings my heart some sadness thinking about, this is not what I envisioned when I was creating it, was to drop off, 15 or so at one location. I'll still bring some to them for sure. So don't you worry if that's something that you are thinking about. But I just am getting more skilled, and so I'm able to make more product, and I think that I'm making more than what I'm able to sell. I'm also feeling more healthy. I'm also able to do more, which is such a blessing. In doing this, at this point, I've decided this is something that I think I want to take a direction on. I have always enjoyed bringing surprise gifts to people and blessing their lives or their day, people who I knew were going through hard things. I think I want to lean into that, try and network here so that I'm not sending the same individuals things over and over, that I might be able to bless other people. And maybe you guys can help me. I haven't quite figured out the best way to do that yet, but I'm sure some of you will leave me some comments down below, and or maybe on my Instagram. You can follow me at Colorful Corners Soaps. I have been sending these products so far to the people in my immediate circle who I know, love, and appreciate. This package is for a friend who I met through church, and they are just the sweetest family. They have all girls, so it's a very appropriate home for some unicorn action to go to. But also we happen to include, as you see here, a Monster Eye bath bomb, because we do have somebody who is a little more rambunctious and thinks that those things are spooky and fun. So I think she'll get a kick out of that as well. And this is just me decorating their box extra special for them. I love you guys so much, and I hope that it blesses your day. I'm so excited for you. They are journeying into adoption, so this is a big step for them and their family, so I've been praying for them, and if you want to add them to your prayers, they'd appreciate that too, I'm sure. The package here is for a woman who's very inspiring to me. She was a school teacher for many years. and also just a very compassionate individual is how I would describe her and her presence in my life. I am so grateful to have known her. She lost her mom, who I have also adopted as my gram. And so I think of them often. I don't get to see them. We live in different states and have different situations at this point. Graham was really the one who connected us all, so I sadly don't know very much about what she's up to in her life at this moment. But I do know that I'm very grateful to the lessons that she taught me about how to be compassionate to individuals, and she did several things for me in my life. She worked with my gram. They sewed matching Christmas dresses, which we all dressed up in for the holidays, and I just felt so blessed to feel like a part of a family. Anyhow, so this box is for her. I also have a similar gift for her sister in the family. She has also blessed my life greatly. We would go to her house and we would enjoy togetherness and do a Yankee swap party. It's just a big blessing for me and my family. I miss her very much as well. She taught me some amazing things on her journey. She unfortunately, and I lost her daughter, so she was like a cousin to me. We would go swimming, at least once a month together, I would say. And she was my first babysitter. So we are saddened to have lost her, and we are also, so we're connected in that way, and I feel, and I also learned so much from her resilience and her strength in watching her. Watching her suffer through that experience. And she also, unfortunately, was in a bad car accident in which she lost her leg, and I still remember going to the hospital as a young child and being so shocked that someone could lose a leg. But she taught me so much in that few minutes that we were able to sit there with her in the hospital, as she was more concerned about what I was feeling. It was so compassionate to be so worried about how I would be feeling by seeing her that way, and I just learned a lot about that, about how I would want to be with others if I were suffering in something so great, in watching her walk that experience. And I have some really beautiful memories of love and affection and bond that we have been able to share. I don't feel so alone when I think about all of these people that I've known in my life, who, even if I'm not connected to them right now at this moment, they have been connected to me throughout my life, and they have blessed me. And I guess part of what has happened is going through this experience, you start thinking about what has your life amounted to, and what have you really been able to accomplish, and what would you still like to accomplish, and who are the people, what are the things that you have done that have been impactful. And in those situations, the things that have been impactful are the people that I've connected with, and the people who have lifted me up and helped me on my way. So this individual is an example of that. And this package here is for a friend that I have had since I was 5 years old. And if you're listening to this, you know who you are. I love you very much, and I am so grateful to have had you in my life. It has changed my life, truly. You are a gem, and I just want you to know that. And I hope that this package and this message finds you well, and that it will bring joy to your day. This is me trying to realign the logo. That is always rough when the stamp doesn't work quite right. That happens if you don't stamp it before you fold your box, for anyone who is a sewer and in thinking about a stamp. Stamp your boxes before you pack them would be my greatest advice. I also don't have super great arm strength all of the time, so sometimes things are harder than others, as you can see in this video. But I have gotten pretty good at realigning the stamp. Unfortunately, I also missed the center the second time I stamped it, so I had to go for a third, and it just was looking muggy at the end of it. But it is what it is. Perfectly imperfect. Now, this next bar is for a special family who has unfortunately been diagnosed with stage 3, possibly stage 4 ovarian cancer. At first, they thought she also had a neurological cancer. And so I asked what she would like for her soap, and this is the bar that I have created just for her. And it's not the prettiest work of art I've ever made, and I'm not very proud of it, but I hope that it will bring her some joy because it is a bear. Unfortunately, the other bears, I tried to make 3 bars and they lost their heads, so the fact that I got one, I was just happy. But the colors are wrong, and the fragrance is a coconut vanilla, so while it smells delicious, like my family was fighting over the scraps, kind of delicious, the soap scraps. However, when you have vanilla in a soap, it turns it naturally brown, which in some designs can be awesome, like the coffee bar, because then you don't have to put any colorant in it, or if you want a brown sugar vanilla, that also will do it. But this person, they are on YouTube, and I'm very grateful to them because they're one of several people who have inspired me to keep going. When I was laying there on the couch, I was watching these other YouTubers and I was thinking, wow, it sure would be great to be able to garden someday. It sure would be great to be able to cook someday, to try and go travel someday. Like, it would be great to go and try these things. I'd like to try those things. And I would get sad because I would think, gosh, my time must be up though. I'm just laying here on the couch doing nothing. But my time's not up, and neither is yours. And neither is this person's. I am a firm believer that they're going to get past this. I just can feel down in my soul that they are going to do this. And I'm so proud of them. So proud of their courage and for their honesty in sharing their feelings and being willing to be out on YouTube talking about what their experience is. It's a very hard thing to do, obviously. Most people don't do it, and I'm trying, and I gotta tell you, I'm feeling pretty nervous. My palms are sweaty. You can't see that, thank goodness, but it's true. And so I just really admire this individual for their bravery. I don't know what else to say other than that. I admire their bravery, and I'm so proud of her. And I'm so grateful that she's sharing her experience as well with others. And I hope that I can get to doing that someday. Watching her has been one of the things that has inspired me. And she knows it. I've shared it with her and with some of these other YouTubers who have influenced me, that it has inspired me to try to do that for someone else. And like I said, I just hope that this can bless one person. And it might not be for 5 years. This video might be 5 years old, and now you're seeing it. And if you are, it's meant for you. It's meant for you. So obviously, you can see by how much time it's taking me to invest in this that I just really care about this family, and I am wanting to send them as much support as I can. And so that's what I'm doing here. I'm trying to include something for her and for him, because I understand also the role of a support person. I have a very lovely support husband, and he has stood through me through the thick and thin of this journey. And it is not an easy ride for anyone who's been through this. You get that. I imagine some really hard days for them as they are trying to walk through this together. But I'm so glad to know that they have a good support team and they're getting the care that they need, and that we even have the technology to be able to find and help support people with these kinds of problems. You know, stage 3 ovarian cancer, that used to not be a good sentence, right? And now there are people doing this. They are living through it. It's a long ride. There's lots of surgeries, there's chemo, there's treatments, there's after effects of those things that people don't consider. So I just encourage people, after going through what I've been through, also to be compassionate when you're at the stoplight, or be compassionate when you're at the grocery store annoyed because someone won't get out of your way. It's very possible that they can't bend over because they just had surgery. It's very possible that they just had brain surgery and they can't push the cart out of the way. They can't push the cart back to the front of the store. They barely got the cart from the checkout stand to the car. So I just have walked this, and I encourage you to be thinking about those things. This is hopefully one of many, and please let me know in the comments if you have anything you'd like to see or something you'd like to see less of. I understand that you can't make progress without some negative feedback too. Be gentle with my heart as I am new to all of this, and I hope that you'll have a blessed day.